our country, we have suffered a very hard confinement for 3 months, isolated in our houses, frustrated and with long working days. For some elderly people, to live alone is like a permanent quarantine. Spain had 2 million people over 65 living alone. This is almost the 19% of the Spanish population. In our neighborhoods, the numbers goes up to the 25 and over. And this is not only a matter of our country. Life expectancy is growing all over the world. Today, we are 1 billion. In 30 years, there will be 2. Families are very busy, so seniors feel more and more lonely. Is this the society we really want?
We are the Mac Power App, and we present Lathos Close to You, the platform which links volunteers, seniors, organizations, and institutions locally to improve our seniors' lives, making them feel an active part of the society again. Lathos will allow them to ask for help whenever they need and only with people of trust, to learn about events and offers in their neighborhood, to communicate with their loved ones and let them know how they feel, and to inform their community about problems near their homes.
By these times, there wasn't any other application in the market as Lathos Close to You. Most of the organizations with similar objectives to Lathos focus just on their own volunteers in their websites. Lathos goes further. We use big fonts and buttons and easy workflows, so seniors can locate a verified volunteer at the moment they need in just one click. Our collaborators will provide real information and events very usefully and avoiding fake news. Local traders will be able to publish specific offers for seniors too.
Our pilot release has been developed with the participation of all the members in the team. We have not only learned how to program, but how to organize ourselves as a team to achieve a goal, how to make decisions, how to prioritize, how to agree on differences. All in all, issues have to be managed, not avoided. I also want to say that we had a lot of fun. I never thought that working on technology could be so fun. It has been a great experience. We have met public institutions, volunteers, and seniors in our neighborhood. We created a survey for understanding better their needs and motivations. We have planned live sessions to test the app, but COVID prevented us from doing it. It has been the most difficult experience of this project. Together, we overcame it and presented it by Zoom to an association and some seniors. They loved it. When we started this project, it was a very needed one, but now it's essential.
We believe that Lathos is the best app because it's the first that unites everything and focuses on the local level, so that the associations and institutions that assure the well-being of the seniors should promote it and make it their own. We are already in conversations with the Madrid City Council. Local traders will be interested in being part of our initiative as they will be able to publish their own offers and services. With this support and funding, we will improve the request for help and expand the functionalities that our users suggested through our survey, create a map of the neighborhood with safe roads, develop a migrant Tinder section to make new friends, and the opportunity to rate your own volunteers. Our seniors can't wait to try it. For all these reasons, we encourage you to support the Mac Power app, because sharing is caring, caring is loving, and loving is Lathos Close to You.
This was amazing. I wanted to ask you about the competition. Like what are the other apps? If the seniors are using any apps in Spain, and how did you go about figuring out that this is what you wanted to focus on creating?
Well, the other apps they were for the seniors were only, for example, one functionality that we made an app that focuses on all the functionalities and some new functionalities, and most of the applications were most of them were websites, and we did an application with all the functionalities for the seniors to feel more confident.
Great, thank you.
Hi, great work, everyone. Can you tell me a little bit more about the user testing that you were able to do, and what was the feedback that you got and how it affected your development of the app? And then also be great to learn a bit more about the conversations with the partners and how you're going to be working with them.
So we spent an afternoon with some seniors, and we asked them all our doubts and what they would prefer, what they would think that it was easier for them in the app. They told us what they thought that it was better for the functions and the buttons that the buttons that had to be big and all of that.
Yes, we try to make it the most easily.
Thank you so much. Great job. I just want to ask you if you had faced any obstacles or challenges during, especially because we also had a really difficult time in the last few months because of the COVID-19. So can you tell us more about that? Thank you.
Well, because of the lockdown we suffered, we had to continue our app in our homes individually. So we did. It was the most difficult part of this project, but we
be resilient, and we continue with the app. So the app goes up, and we only can show for some of the people, and they say that they love it.
Hi, we are the Cotecada team, and now we want to invite you on a trip. Imagine that you're on a plane destined to Brazil. So, tighten your seatbelts and enjoy it. You arrive at your destination. Are you a member of the LGBTQ plus community? Yes? Then, I'm sorry to inform, but this trip may not be so good. As you can see in the news, Brazil is not a good place to be for a part-of a minority. Brazil has the 50th rate of feminicide in the world, which is scary since 51% of this population are women. Moreover, more than 90% of the LGBT population doesn't feel safe in Brazil. That's terrifying, because it's more than 20 million people. So, like Pablo Vittar, a Brazilian singer and drag queen, say, we have a job to do, unite us as people. And this is why, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching, we need Mapd. But what is Mapd? A social app designed to connect users to safe places and involve them in a community. How it works? In Mapd, the community can rate establishments regarding their levels of safety, so users can know what places are secure, thus feeling safe when going anywhere. In addition, there's a safe space, a forum, in which people can share their experiences, promoting more interaction between the users. We have an emergency numbers page, where people can call directly from a page. This is important because no one imagined a page like that in a map, so people can discreetly ask for help in dangerous situations. To protect users' privacy, Mapid has a feature that allows them to choose a fictional username. But what's the ultimate goal? It's a pioneer safety database that can be used on public policies development.
Hey, what about the market? Is there any competition out there for Mapid? Well, yes, there's a few apps regarding safety levels of places. We have Dandara, a Brazilian app, but its design is quite busy, so it's not very user-friendly. We have GeoSure and MySafetyPin, both are design apps with a remarkable branding, but they don't have a support in Portuguese, so it doesn't reach our public. And thus I present to you Mapid. Mapid sees the needs of a specific public, young women LGBT. So it's designed and developed to be simple and practical for them. And we know where they are. Most young people today are on Instagram. So that's where we'll reach them. We are gaining followers by the day, reaching over 500 followers last week by posting regularly and interacting with the public.
Furthermore, we are partnership with influencers and even public figures like Aura Carolina, running for the election in Belo Horizonte. Regarding the business model, first, we want to attract angel investors so that we can publish Mapid on the Play Store. Thus, through ads revenue, we want to improve Mapid, pay back our investors, and donate 10% to women in LGBT safety houses. By year 3, we hope to have a growth rate of over 422%, accumulating in total more than $21,000 on ads revenue. And we want to grow Mapid even more. We want to develop a website so that we can brand ourselves in the market and grow the Mapid community. Today, the community is only Belo Horizonte, but we want to reach all of Brazil and even the world. Furthermore, we'll upgrade our technology stack. Today, Mapid is a MVP developed with Thunkable, but Thunkable is quite limited, so we'll migrate to React Native. Furthermore, we'll implement a two-factor authentication so that we can prevent spam and make our information more reliable. But to do all of that, we need a capable team. So I present to you Kotecada, our team. We have Virginia as our mentor, me as the business manager, Julia as our designer, Mariana, Emanuel, and Kathleen as the programmer, and we want you to tag along. We hope that we can connect you to safe places one day. Thank you.
Hi, this is June from Vodafone. So do you intend, I might have missed the part, do you intend to providing other services? I know you said that you'll use ads, but to extend other services to the LGBT community?
Our goal is to make them safe. So we want to, first of all, implement curated ads so that it can help them as well as making money for us. So that's our main goal.
Yeah, so really great problem you guys are working on. Is there any concern or any thought about safety and security, and how do you prevent, kind of bad actors from using the app to exploit these safe places?
Well, yes, we are afraid of spam, so we'll implement the two-factor authentication so that people can. It's more difficult to make an account with two-step authentication, so there will be more difficult to do spam.
Awesome. So really cool concept. I just have some questions around Thunkable, and I was wondering, what are some pros and cons, and why React Native for future use?
Ok, a gente escolheu o React Native principalmente porque é uma linguagem que está em alta, né, no mundo todo, e porque a comunidade é muito ativa. Então, o Facebook, né, que dá suporte para a linguagem, está sempre criando melhorias, e a gente acha isso muito legal. E é uma linguagem multiplataforma, então é mais fácil de fazer para tanto Android quanto para iOS. E é mais rápido, gasta menos memória e tem um design de interface mais fluido. Então, para a gente, o design é uma coisa muito importante. Faz toda a diferença ter uma linguagem que já tem vários elementos de design que auxiliam no desenvolvimento. Tem que é compatível com o Firebase também, que todas as APIs são utilizadas.
Okay. So for the React Native, first of all, is that the community, the dev community is really active, and we have also a high demand from Facebook that does the APIs and everything. So it's a really good library to work on, and they are starting studying it too. And for the designers of our team, it has a lot of interface, what's the name of it? A lot of interface connections and everything. So React Native is really more suitable for multi-platform app, just like we want to do.
Hi, we're the Archbox. My name is Ella. My name is Sabrina.
My name is Renee.
And my name is Hans. The camera is over there. Hi. So the problem is that in a typical day in the school, 10 to 20 students could come into the office looking for help because they're in pain. And There is typically, because of short staff, there's long waiting time because there's not enough school nurse and the school secretary is typically busy with other tasks.
Our solution is to use AI technology to indicate the level of body pain a student has. It is a first response system. It gets student contact info from the school database, and it is ready to call parents or doctors based on the AI decision. It has 4 sensors to get data for AI to make the decision. It can send data to a printer. Our device helps students to tell how much they are suffering. Our device also saves time for the school nurses and secretary, as they don't need to find a phone and wait for parents to answer. The doctor office gets the info ahead and is ready for available same-day appointments info for the parents.
So our device is like a smartphone. It has a camera sensor. The student touches their finger on the camera so that it can detect their pulse rate. The pressure sensor releases pressure and it records the duration of how long a student can stand for the pressure. The temperature sensor records the body temperature and the moisture sensor records the body moisture.
In minor pain, the duration is longer, and the pulse rate, body moisture, and body temperature is regular. For severe pain, the duration is shorter. There's a higher pulse rate, lower body temperature, and higher body moisture.
So for a code, when AI returns that it's minor pain, it will give out a message that says minor pain. When it's moderate pain, it will give out a message that says moderate pain. Give a phone call to the parent and leave a message. When it's severe pain, it will say it's severe pain and call the parent. And it will also call the doctor office.
So we came up this problem because we always see a lot of students, hanging in the school office, losing their class time because they are in pain, but at the same time, they do not get any care from the school nurse or because they are not available or from the school secretary. And all they can do is just sit and wait.
So our marketing plan is that there are 5,887 public schools in California, and we will go to demo to the principal office, and then the uniqueness is devices all in one, so no need to buy extra item. And if each elementary school just buy one, then the volume will be 10,000. And we can expand to senior and baby later.
So our projections is that if we think that we don't need a very fancy iPhone, we just need something like a trap phone, so it's like $20. And so we and also the camera is already built in. We already have apps in the market, and we don't need cloud services. So we think that we estimate our cost will be around $25. If we sell it like $50, then we will get like 100% profit, and $50 will be, a affordable budget for the school. Thank you.
I think the timing of this creative idea could not be understated. The importance of this as our world is experiencing the effect of COVID-19, and many schools and families around the world are struggling with how do we ensure that we help educate our children while also taking care of their health and safety. Is at the forefront of many important conversations around the world. And I love the fact that you are bringing this idea to have us think about how we could use technology and AI to better serve the children in the school, while also helping take care of families and also helping take care and support the medical providers. Wonderful timing, wonderful creative idea. I certainly can see this type of thinking being brought into the schools is very timely. I thought it was, interestingly, I thought that you were going to suggest that the data be collected and you could develop trend lines for if there's an outbreak of students not feeling well. But I also recognize there's a lot of, in the public policy arena right now, a lot of conversation around the privacy of keeping track and utilizing healthcare data, particularly those of youth. So it was interesting to me that you did not want to collect the data for the cloud. So that issue has been taken off the table, which is totally fine. So anyway, congratulations. Thank you for bringing an idea that's very timely in our world to help address a very much needed challenge. Thank you.
I think it solves the bottleneck in a lot of the infirmaries and healthcare centers and schools. I myself have a lot of children in my larger family, so I think it minimizes a lot of the time required for people to be in potentially areas of high infection for various diseases, colds, illnesses. And I think it also frees up a lot of resources for the most urgent matters. So it definitely addresses a great pain point. And I think something that was very, very useful throughout the presentation was the tangible data points that I think it must have been empirical data you must have tested on various people before for low to high sort of levels of pain. So I thought that was very helpful in understanding sort of the variance in the data that you're capturing as you're able to build on this platform and collect more data points and more people build their systems around your technology. What you will find is something that we call the data network effects, where naturally, because more people are using your platform, the newer purchasers of technology, right, they will naturally say, hey, because you already got all this data gathered and you're able to analyze all these things, you're probably able to predict my data better. So you start seeing a large aggregation of people coming to your platform once you have a first mover in the space. And naturally, the analytics that you have, the ability for you to analyze the data and interpret it, becomes much more accurate. So I think it's great that you've taken the initiative to already start collecting some of this data. Please continue pursuing it, and best of luck. Congratulations, also.
So congratulations to this initiative, and I think it's great technology. But just to add on to both the other judges, perhaps you could actually explain why the 3 data point for your measurements actually work. So you could actually educate your users, your audience a bit further. Perhaps justify a little bit why the result actually works and why are the 3 data point. I think that would very much help curate and push this this technology when you actually try to go to market. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Angelina.
And I'm Tian Hao.
And we are Team Brock from Canada.
Today we are going to present to you Uber for dogs.
Do you have a dog or know someone who does? If so, you know the joy and comfort that dogs bring to their owners. Dog walking, on the other hand, can be stressful. So I want to ask you, how often do you walk your dog?
Well, did you know that 1 in 2 dog owners do not walk their dogs regularly? This can cause many problems for their dogs, including mental instability and physical weakness. The lack of proper care for dogs can even be considered animal abuse.
Uber for Dogs is a dog walking app that aims to connect dog owners and dog walkers. Anyone can help out someone in their community by walking other people's dogs while walking their own. Our app has 2 sections, one for dog walkers and one for dog owners. We want to make dog walking more accessible, affordable, and more serviceable by strengthening the bonds in the dog owner community. Now we will present to you our apps. To begin, both users will create an account and log in. The information is sent to our web server and then stored in our database. Now they will sign in. The walker will choose how long they want to walk a dog for. They will now wait for a dog owner to request them.
The dog owner will set the amount of time they want their dog to be walked and the maximum distance from the walker. Then they will select and request the dog walker.
The request will pop up on the Walkers app. We integrated Google Maps with our solution to make navigating to the pickup location more convenient. When the walker arrives, the walk will start and the path of the dog will also be recorded so the owner can see it.
When the walk is done, the dog owner is able to rate the dog walker and then they can both log out.
This is how our service works. The phones of the walkers and owners will connect to the internet, which will then communicate with our server on Google Cloud. Our server will communicate with Google Maps, and then draw data from our data center. So far, we have done a survey and also 9 single test launches.
In the next 6 months, we'll develop our app, promote our service, launch 2 test launches, and fundraise for our company.
Our service appeals to customers because of our 0% transaction fee. The first 10,000 users of our app will be able to use our pairing service for free with no ads. After that, our revenue will come from the advertisements and a $20 membership fee with an optional extra $10 for an ad-free experience. We will partner with pet stores like PetSmart, where they will promote our app in their store. In turn, we will give them some of our advertisement revenue and promote their store in our app. Every user will see 30 ads per year from each partner.
These are some of our competitors. WAG is a pet care app for dog walking. Our app is different because it allows anyone to become a dog walker. In contrast to dog walking companies like Tails and Trails, there are no overhead service fees in our app. There are also independent self-employed dog walkers to which our product provides easier communication between the owner and walker.
This year, we want to roll out our app and start forming partnerships. Next year, we will start crowdfunding and aim for 3,000 downloads. By the third year, we will increase our users tenfold by expanding throughout America and then repay our angel investors. Uber for dogs. Happier community, healthier dogs.
Thank you for listening.
It's such a great idea, and I think it's a win-win for everyone, for the owners, for the walkers, and for the dogs, most importantly. So thank you so much. I just want, because the last slide, I mean, we ran out of time, which is about why your app, Open for Dogs, would be, an added value, and it will be different than the other existing apps. So can you elaborate on that? Tell us more about why it's special. Thank you.
Okay, so for our competitors, our biggest competitor is probably an app like WAG, which is for dog walking, but their app focuses on the profit of dog walkers. Instead, our app is trying to connect neighbors so they can help each other walk their dogs. Also, our app benefits dog walkers because we have no overhead service fee. That means we're not taking anything away from the transaction between dog owners and dog walkers. This way, everyone will earn more. The dog owners won't have to pay as much, and the dog walkers will be receiving even more because we don't take anything in between. Also, think about how long you have to drive from a dog walker's house to a dog owner's house. That's so far. You have to spend so much money on driving. Here, since we're in our neighborhood, the dog walkers will have to spend less time and less money, which are both really valuable things, to drive between the dog owner's house and the next dog owner's house. Yeah, that's why we're better than our competitors.
Great, thanks guys. Quick question from me. Were you able to meet with dog owners in your neighborhood, and did you get feedback from early users and what's kind of interest that they have in using this kind of app?
So far we have done 9 mini test launches with single dog owners and dog walkers.
So then since we're in quarantine right now, it is really difficult, but we can still walk their dogs while social distance. And then we contacted some of our friends that we knew who had dogs, and they tried out our app and they really liked it.
Yeah, so we contacted many people in our community who we were familiar with. But since we're in quarantine right now, we had to take lots of safety precautions. So what we did was that we took phones like the one I have here, and then we downloaded our app into it, and then we sanitized it before giving it to everyone so we could still safely test our app. So the first time we tested it, we had both of our apps in one. The problem with that was that people thought it was confusing how we had so many apps. So after we took their feedback, we put our apps into two separate ones, and then after that, we told them to test it again, which they thought it was a good idea.